Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a very unconventional get ready with me because what had happened was I went to an Alice Cooper concert last week and I wanted to film like a get ready with me going to the concert. However, I was running really tight on time and for me to film and upload it before I left would have been just nearly impossible. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like film it now. It's more like how I looked. So if you go onto like my Instagram, which I will leave linked down below, you will see kind of the way I looked on the day. So I'm kind of trying to recreate that look, and I'm also going to just kind of like babble on about the concert and how much I love Alice Cooper, and I thought his concert was great. But yeah, I'm just going to be like, it's not really like a first impressions, it's not really like a makeup thing. It's kind of like a chatty recreating a look. I don't really know how to describe this video, but yeah, I'm just going to use pretty much all the products I used to create that look. But yeah, for foundation, like the base, I used a primer. Surprisingly enough, I never use primers. I used the Elf Aqua Primer Mist, which I had used in the Testing Elf makeup video, which I will try and link down below if you'd like to go and watch that. So I used this for primer, and for foundation I had actually used the Primark Longwear Mineralized Foundation in the shade Porcelain, and as you can see I've gone quite through that because I actually had taken that on holiday to Poland with me. So yeah, I was actually using it a lot over the summer, as you can probably tell. And I'm also going to use for concealer, I'm going to use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer, and it looks like this in the shade, what is the shade? Porcelain. And then, funny story about this powder, what had happened is when I went to Poland, what had happened was, actually, you know, I'm going to put the primer on first because I do not want to waste time and babble on for too long and not get anything done. So I'm just going to put the primer on and then I'll babble on about the story. Going back to the story, because I have to wait for that to dry. The funny story about this powder is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Peach Glow. This is very light actually. It's not that peachy, it's quite pale. But the funny story about that is when I was in Poland, I had taken my foundation, and obviously I didn't want to lug around a lot of like makeup and stuff. I had actually forgotten how like non-matte this is. I didn't realize this was not really a matte foundation. So you can imagine in 30 degrees heat, a non-matte foundation on combination to very oily skin, you could imagine what kind of mess I looked. I literally just looked like I was constantly in a water ride. My face was leaking so much. So I ended up having to like, I just was like, you know what, after 1 week I think it was, I have to buy a powder because I'm not gonna last. And I was wanting to try this powder anyway, so I went to one of their drugstores and I bought some powder because I needed it. So yeah, my primer is almost set and I'm gonna go put the foundation on and concealer. You know, a fun fact is actually that Alice Cooper and myself actually have pretty much exactly the same, we have exactly the same birthday. Pretty much the only difference is he is obviously considerably older. He was born in 1948 and I was 1998, so still 8 on the end of those and still even numbers, but yeah, as you can tell, pretty much massive age gap. I kind of just did 2 layers with this, even though it looks really bad right now. Once you put like contour and powder and everything like that, it looked okay. It was just purely the finish of it that made it look so pasty and like runny and stuff. So a lot of powder has to be used for this, but that Rimmel powder is very good. So I definitely am not concerned how I look right now because that powder saved me, honestly. So I mean, as you can tell, I most probably look like a, you know, absolute piece of crap because that foundation just looks so weird. It has such a weird finish. It almost has like the dermacoll kind of finish of the foundation. It's a really, really weird finish. But yeah, like I said, the powder will save your butt, so not to worry if you look this bad. That's why I don't mind using this foundation, because I don't like wasting products even if they're not like the best, because I know that somewhere in my makeup drawer I will find a powder or something that will kind of make it look better. I have a foundation that is practically orange on me, but I doused myself in so much like white translucent powder that it just looks okay, and I don't put that much contour. I don't usually wear contour with that foundation, because if I did, I would genuinely look like an Oompa Loompa. So I have to, if I want to use that foundation and not waste it, I have to use really white powder, and I cannot contour with it because I will genuinely just look awful. Yeah, the concert was so good. I really, like, honestly, I have loved him since I was a kid. He was like part of, you know, when my dad was around, my dad loved him, and so I kind of grew up on him. And I still, to this day, listen to his 70s albums, his 80s albums. Not so much his current music, but definitely his original like 80s 70s albums. They're really cool. I mean, I think I'm like most probably the only person on this planet that does not like the song Schools Out. When it came on the concert, everybody stood out, like stood up, I mean stood up, and started singing and, you know, rocking onto that song. And there's just me like, yeah, I know the words, but I'm just not a fan of it. I definitely like mainly his 80s albums are like the best. I think they're like, for me, that's his legacy. I associate his legacy to the 80s albums. I think he only released maybe, God, I think maybe 2 or 3. But yeah, I like the songs like Poison, Bed of Nails, House on Fire. I pretty much like his whole entire Trash album, I think it's called. But my favourite 70s song from him is called Steven, which is not really always heard of among people who don't really know really that much about him. But yeah, that is one of my favourite 70s songs from him. But yeah, I pretty much just stood up, and I was standing up for pretty much the whole entire performance, listening and rocking out to him. But yeah, it was really, really good. I'm just going to quickly tell you, for my contour, highlight, blush and bronzer, I'm going to use, for the contour, I'm going to use the Primark Contour and Glow, just this one here. I'm not going to use the highlight from that. For my bronzer and my blush, I'm going to use the Primark, they're both Primark, Sculpt and Blush Kit, like, it looks like that. And yes, it's actually supposed to be a contour colour, but it's so orangey that I'm going to use it as a bronzer. So this is, I'm going to use this bronzer, and I'm going to use this blush. And for the highlight, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic Palette, and I'm going to use the greenest shade called Green Emerald, just this one up here. But yeah, like I was saying, I pretty much stood up to his whole entire like performance. I really, really, really loved the whole entire show. It was great. And before he came on, there was 2 other bands which I had never heard of. One was called The Mission, and the other one was called The Tubes. The Tubes came on first, but The Tubes are like a 70s band. I think they yeah, they're 70s rock bands from San Francisco. And The Mission is an English like goth kind of rocky band. But yeah, I didn't mind the Tubes, which were on first, but The Mission was pretty cool. It was really, really gothic. but my boyfriend definitely liked the second one way more. And I think he liked it actually more than I did. But yeah, the arena was pretty quiet, as in the sense of it wasn't like much of a crowd, like, you know, noisy and stuff like that, until Alice Cooper came on, and then it became very noisy. But yeah, oh my god, honestly, it was like the nicest thing my boyfriend could have ever treated me to, and it was like my dream come true. I know it sounds so corny, but honestly, the thing is, because of his age, you don't even know like how long he's going to be around for. That's the problem. And I know that sounds really mean, but you know, the thing is, I don't want to miss a concert. And honestly, you would never think he's that old. You would never ever think he's in his 70s, or I think 60s I think he's in. And I know this side of my bronzer looks terrible, but luckily I'm not going out or anywhere, so I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, I don't know how long he's going to be around for. I don't know how many more tours he's going to do. I don't know if he plans on retiring soon. So for me, it was like crucial that I have to go see him on this tour, because I didn't want to, you know, miss out on a great opportunity. But like I said, you would actually just think he's 18 years old. His concerts were amazing. Like, concert was amazing, honestly. I haven't been to many concerts in my life. I think I've only been to one, which I was ultimately dragged to. But yeah, this one was like the first one I really wanted to go to, and honestly, no regrets. It was the best concert, and he's very good at what he does. Honestly, he's very good. I don't know, it's with me today, but I just feel like my makeup looks a bit rough. I think it might be just because I'm so tired. But I was desperate to film this video because I just wanted to talk about how amazing he was. I don't know how many times I've said that now. But it's just, his performance is so good. I just find that a lot of good singers, I find that some people are made to perform and some people are just made to sing. And I just find with his type of voice, he's not a singer. He's definitely a performer. Yes, he's got good vocals, but I think he's more of a performer than he's a singer. And that's not to say that he's not a good singer, no. Hey, I'm sorry if I've changed position. I don't know how many times I've said this now in every single video, I think it is. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, he's a very great performer. But what I also wanted to say is, for my eyes, my eyebrows, eyelashes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Lush Sensational Mascara. For a bit of eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Colourpop Hello Kitty Super Shock Shadow in the shade Rainbow, and it's just like this pretty silver kind of pressed pigment. And for my eyebrows, I used the Primark dark brown eyebrow pencil, I think, which was only £1, but there is only a little bit left, so I'm going to try and use this in the video. But if I do somehow run out, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Granite. And I also used a Freedom Pro Kohl eyeliner for my waterline. Yeah, like I said, great performer. The guitarist, I think her name was Nita Strauss. Oh my god, really good guitar solo. There's also a drummer solo. And the cutest part was his wife performed with him, which I thought was super adorable. So they toured together. But yeah, that gives another massive thumbs up to me. But yeah, oh, I didn't need to use the Anastasia one, so it's fine. Really loved it, honestly. He also did a lot of costume changes and stuff like that, but like, he did it so professionally, you would have never. It was basically very well organised, and there weren't very massive pauses, and it was very well organised and thought out. Everything was just great. I have literally nothing to complain about. I suppose the only thing I could complain about is he could have been on for longer than 2 hours. But that's literally my only complaint. That's how much I loved him. But that is like some future goals, like husband and wife goals, don't you think? Performing with your wife or husband on stage as a career. It's not bad. Just an FYI, I actually went to the SSC Wembley Arena, so that's where I went, and that's where he had held his concert. For my lipstick, I'm going to use, oh my god, my makeup has just come out so terrible. I do not love it. I was hoping I could do a better job than this, but I just wanted to come on here and ramble about how much I love Alice Cooper anyway. But for the lipstick that I wore, I used the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick in the shade Plan 9, and it just looks like this. And it's like a really like pretty emerald shade green, and I love the smell of these. They smell like cake. Kind of make me hungry, I think. And then I basically just did my hair like pretty much just like that, and just kind of brushed it to the sides and kind of just put my hair over like that, and kind of just went like that. I think I've decided I'm going to use one of my photos for a thumbnail that I actually photoed on the day. I'm really not happy with the look. It looked so much better on the day. I think it's just I'm having a really like crashing day, like as in tired wise. I'm very tired today, so my makeup skills are not on the same level as normal. But I will leave my Instagram down below, and you will obviously see in the thumbnail the Instagram photo I'm talking about. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, I'd love if you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'd love for you to comment in the section below if you've liked this video, if you don't like this video, what you want me to change, if it's just right, whatever. Or if you just, even if you love Alice Cooper, just let me know so I can find an Alice Cooper buddy. So that'd be really great. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.